Guys, how are you? This is Hinza here from NFT Studio 24. Today we have a very special guest, and this is the Singapore Token 2049, Andrea with us. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thank you. So thank you so much for your giving time. We know that this is very busy schedule now these days.
Yeah.
So please tell us about yourself, your journey in the blockchain space, and more importantly about your company.
Sure, can do. So I'm Australian. I've been in Singapore about 12 years. I've always been in the infrastructure side of things. So I've ran a data center, a line of business in Australia. I've done some time in IT, in Cisco. I've done some time in cloud, internet with AWS. And when I was looking at what I was going to do next on the infrastructure side, the next big thing is blockchain. So I decided that's what I wanted to do. And last January, I joined Blockdaemon. I'm responsible for everything here in APAC, and I report to our CEO, Constantine. And I've got quite a few of my personal network are in the, crypto and blockchain space. So, it was something that was, known enough, and I've been, in the space for 3 or 4 years. So it's just super exciting to be here. And Blockdaemon is the largest institutional player, in the blockchain and staking and MPC space, in crypto as well. So it was really the right company at the right time for me to join as well.
When I research about your company, about yourself, we know that you are coming from the Amazon and you have a very good position in the Amazon. So what was the reason that you shifted to Amazon to Blockdaemon here?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think Amazon is a great place to learn.
Yes.
But I think once you've learned like everything that Amazon has to offer, it's time to do something else as well. So for me, I felt like 5.5 years at AWS was long enough, and I was ready for the next challenge and opportunity. Yeah.
Opportunity. Okay, amazing. Blockdaemon is often described as an institutional solution, the seamless for the Web3 space. So could you provide us more detail about the Blockdaemon activity, especially the blockchain ecosystem, and how can it will be help to the institutional side?
Yeah. So we're a B2B institutional company. So what we mean by that is we focus on companies that are, the largest players in the crypto native, digital native, and traditional FSI space. And more, there's a bit of gaming coming in there as well. So we very much focus on the largest players in those 4 cohorts. And we offer them access to public protocols on the blockchain. So we've got well over 60 now. But we do that in a manner that's very conducive for a large institution. There's paperwork, we have insurance, there's compliance, there's ISO. So we're giving them those sort of enterprise and institutional capabilities that they need to have to move forward in the blockchain space. But it's Ethereum, it's Polkadot, it's Solana, it's A-Star, it's these sort of protocols that we all like. So we're very much on that sort of enterprisey institutional side, but with the protocols that everybody knows and is supporting. Yeah.
And second thing is that when we are discussing about the blockchain services, we totally focused on the consumer side. So your company is also secure for the institutional part.
Yeah.
So it was amazing area. So NFT Studio 24 is the Japan-based first decentralized media platform. What are you looking from the Japan market, especially in the blockchain space and particularly the institutional area?
Yeah. So I've been fortunate enough being working in Japan for well over a decade now.
Oh, amazing.
Across Cisco, AWS, and now Blockdaemon. So we like the market. We know in Japan that institutions value the best of breed players. They want to work with the best players. They value high-end performance, SLA, and also trust is really important.
Yes.
So we've got people on the ground now. We've got people that speak Japanese as well in the team, and we've been very fortunate enough, to be able to work with some of the largest players already in the market. Some of them I can name at GMO, A-Star of course, and Sota and A-Star just fantastic. We love those guys. Crypto Garage. We work with BitGo in Japan. SBI as well. Yep.
Oh, amazing, amazing. It's mean you have captured the maximum market
Oh, no, no, no. We're still very early in Japan. There's
very early.
plenty more work to do. I think on our side, we're really, we've started dialogue with some of the gaming giants in Japan. And
Oh,
that's going to take a little while, and also, some of the more traditional enterprises as well. And, that's going to follow a more traditional B2B large infrastructure sales motion. But I do think, we're making some good progress on the crypto native front in Japan. Yeah.
okay. So if you discuss about that going to be the larger scale, but you can also help to the small, medium enterprises company, Japanese companies as well.
Yes, totally. So, we're, like I said, we're B2B focused. So if it's a company that really values, and really has high-end requirements around blockchain access, speed, performance, throughput, SLA, uptime, like it doesn't have to be the biggest player that will benefit from that. I think on the staking side of our business, we work with many players as well. And then on the MPC side, it's, across APAC, it's quite common for us to support some of the leading wallet as a service providers all the way up to like very large banks.
Very large
So it's
banks.
not just the biggest of the big, but yeah.
Yeah, the small enterprise as well. Could you, so we will be discuss about your staking options as well, but right now I want to know about your wallet system. So please explain about that one. So it's
Sure.
a traditional wallet system?
Yeah, let me take a step back on that. So we acquired a company, CPO, and SoftBank is an investor in us and a customer as well. And so when we were looking at how were we going to do more complex operations around staking, restaking, we realized we needed an MPC key management engine of our own.
Okay.
And we ended up acquiring Sepure, and they are known in the market as the leaders for MPC key management. So we ended up with it's quite technical, but an MPC SDK, software development kit. It's a platform that developers use to then build wallets and MPC solutions on. Then that key management is extremely robust. We have it in global banks. We have it in a lot of customers using it. And so with that key management SDK, we sell that solution, and we have many customers using it. But we've also then built an institutional wallet, and that's really a wallet where security is paramount. It's really designed for the larger institutions that really want to control all their keys. They don't want a third party ever having access to their keys, and they want to control basically their own custody. So basically we've built our first product on top, which is a wallet product. And then, if we look into the future, there's probably other, different type of wallet solutions that we'll be releasing as well. Yeah.
Can you explain more about the institutional wallet?
Yeah.
So what is the actual meaning of the institutional wallet? So it's only for the institute side, the banking sector, and the companies?
Yeah, it is at the moment for people that want a full self-custody solution. So they're controlling all their key shares. For people that understand the benefits of multi-party computation and want an MPC solution, and also really looking to store Bitcoin, ETH, and sort of top 10, 15 type tokens, and have ownership and control over their digital assets.
Not as an individual, as an institute or as a company?
It's not a retail solution. No,
Okay.
no, not at all. Not this wallet's not a retail solution at all. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So Japan seemed to be early stage of the adopting Web3 technology. What are your thought about the Japan progress in this space, and how can the international company just like you be the part of that and expand in the business?
Yeah, we're really excited about, number one, how Japan thinks about regulation and policy and what's right for the Japan market. And I think, like I said, we're very excited about the market. we're stepping into the market as well. We do see, some uniquely Japan, things in the market, especially around the content and NFT side,
Yeah.
around the gaming side as well. Like there's a lot of inherent already assets in the market. So these sorts of things. We were talking to Sota recently. He's got a whole NFT program, and various kind of artists are working with him on the NFT side of things as well. So we think there's a lot that's going to happen on the NFT, the content, the intellectual property side of things in Japan. So I think that's one. I think as we talk to the very large, well-known institutions in Japan, they're thinking of something slightly different, and that's a bit more Japan first, but global second type thinking. And they've been really, they've made announcements on their strategy, and so we're having those sort of discussions as well. I think there's a lot of institutions in Japan that really feel comfortable with the wallet type digital asset. They're used to it on the fiat side with the trading apps. So we see another, large kind of go-to-market that will come out of the more traditional players as well. And we see the exchanges, iterating up and, making changes as the Japanese government is, enhancing policies and regulations as well. There's a lot of ETH in Japan. We've been very fortunate to be there to help educate institutions on how to stake ETH, how to do that safely and securely. So there's a lot of opportunity in Japan, across NFT, IP, content, the institutional play as well.
Yeah. So your product, your second product is the staking cryptocurrency. So it's the second solution for the institutional part, or is the individual side as well?
No, again, everything we do is B2B institutional focus. Saying that, the word daemon comes, it's actually a system process on a Linux operating system. And basically, it's a process that runs silently in the background and helps users. That's a good way to think about our company.
Yes.
So for example, we could be providing staking services to an exchange, and they may be providing it, to their user base. But we'll just be supporting them in the background. So sometimes it's a B2B to C, sometimes it's B2B to B, or B2B. It just really depends on what the institutional customers, target base is as well. On the staking side of things, we were the first in the market to have staking insurance for slashing and double signing. We have well over 30 protocols we offer staking support for. And we also offer developers choice. So, many staking providers, you have to do a traditional wallet, delegation transaction to a validator, sign it, these sorts of, flows. That's standard. We were one of the first to offer a staking API, and developers can build dApps and applications on top of our API to perform staking functions. So I'll give you one example. Right now, you can use our API, and instead of doing one ETH gas transaction for one validator, so 32 ETH staked to one validator, one gas, you can use our API and you can stake up to 250 validators, one gas fee.
One gas fee.
Yeah, and then very shortly it'll be 500. So you can imagine, we're on that sort of industrial scale, of the staking ecosystem as well. And these sorts of things add up really quickly for a large institution, saving gas fees, deploying at scale, etc.
Amazing, amazing. I know we have a very short time. My last question: NFT Studio has introduced the Expert Alliance program, and which they include Japanese government parties. So for example, Masaki Tarasa and other persons join our program as well. So, what do you think about this kind of collaboration to connect with the investors, the innovations to help the Web3 space in blockchain?
Yeah, we think it's a really great idea, and I think these things are really important. I think we're very fortunate we come with a bit of experience in working with Japan, but there are many companies outside that, that need help, right? They do need some help with Japan. So this is something we want to talk to you guys more about, we've looked at a few programs already, but like this sounds really interesting, and I'm looking forward to getting into the details with you guys, because even though that we're fairly familiar with Japan, there's always more to learn. It's a large market, right? So I think for us, it's very interesting, and I could see how it would be, extremely valuable for other Web3 players that maybe aren't used to the market at all. Yeah.
Yes. And more important thing, as a media platform, is our responsibility to connect the investors, innovation, expert, and more important, the government parties, because they are the decision maker. They have to be making rules, and they need our help as well. Because if they have some coordination and speak together, so we can increase our space as well. So it was amazing time. Thank you so much for your time once again, and we will keep in touch in Token 2049.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks a
so
lot.
much.